the use of the German present tense, das Präsens. When do we use German present tense? We use it obviously for everything that's happening in the present, but pay attention, in German we can use it also for stuff that's happening in the future and under certain conditions also for stuff that's happening in the past. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is the use of the Präsens, the German simple present tense. The use is similar to the English use of the simple present, but in German we can use the present also for stuff that's gonna happen in the future, and under some certain circumstances also for stuff that has happened in the past. So in order to show you this with examples and in detail, we will switch now into my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily.
We're here in my ebook now, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is, again, simple present, so Präsens in German, but not the conjugation, but the use of this tense, because it is slightly different from the English use of the simple present. So let's have a look at the lesson itself in my ebook. Let's zoom in here. First, we start with the use of the presents. This is pretty much the same like in English. For example, for something in the present that is a fact or a condition. For example, das ist Jan, this is Jan. Sitzt auf dem Sofa. So he's sitting on the sofa. This is something is happening, that something is valid, something is true right now in this moment. Also for an action that occurs once, often or never in the present time. So for example, jeden Sonntag spielt Fußball. So every Sunday he plays football. So that occurs every Sunday. Am Donnerstag arbeitet bis 18 Uhr. So on Thursday, he works till 6 p.m. Montags macht nie Sport. Mondays, he never, does sports. Also for stuff that's always true, like ist Deutscher, he is German. Ich komme aus Deutschland, I come from Germany. Sie ist Brasilianerin, she is Brazilian. This stuff is always true. I can't change that I am German. I mean, technically I can if I get a new nationality, but technically that is always true and cannot be changed. And this is pretty much the same like in English. If you wonder about the translations of those simple phrases here, obviously in the video I do the translation for you, but if you get the ebook that I'm using here, that I will link for you in the info cards right now, there's always a translation file that comes with it where you can check the translation of every single simple phrase to make sure that you fully understand every single sample sentence here, because in my opinion, I think it's very important that you fully comprehend what is going on in the sentence, what's the exact translation of it. Enough of that. Let's check out now what's actually different from English. So apart from those use cases that are just the same like in English, in German, we use the present tense also for actions that took place in the past and are not yet finished. So they're still going on. Seit 10 Jahren spielt Fußball. In English, this would be like, he's playing football for 10 years now. So there you have a continuous form of it, is playing, because it's still going on. Or you could probably also say he has been playing football for 10 years now. So there you have to use the past, but for sure you don't use the simple present. Same here. Arbeitet seit 2 Monaten bei Siemens. He has been working at Siemens for 2 months now. The question here is how long has something taken place? And in German, we just stick to the simple present. So we don't complicate stuff like in English. Here you can see it's just simple present and that's it. We just put in there actually the time frame for how long we are doing this already, and then we stick to the present as long it's not finished yet. So as long as I'm still occasionally playing football, as long as I'm still working at Siemens. Also, we use it for actions, pay attention, that take place in the future, but they have to be planned or already agreed to. But not as strict as in English, you have like going to future and will future. There it has to be very strict. Not like that in German. In German, for example, morgen gehe ich ins Kino. So tomorrow I will go to the cinema. It's a plan or something that I agreed to with my friends. So we stick to the present tense as long as we have the time indicator in here. Morgen, tomorrow. Also, am Sonntag hat ein wichtiges Spiel. So Sunday, he has an important game or match. Here you can actually do this as well in English because it's like a schedule. Because in English, you can do this as long as it's a schedule. It works with like matches, sports matches, or like the schedule of public transportation, for example. But in German, you can do this at all time as long as you have a time indicator in there and it's somewhat agreed upon or somewhat a plan. It doesn't have to be an unchangeable plan. If you want to know more about that in detail, I will soon publish a separate video about this, which I will link for you in the info cards in the upper right corner the moment it is out there for you, because there is actually a future tense in German, but we barely use it due to the fact that we can use the simple present plus the time indicator to talk about everything that's gonna happen in the future as well.
So you can see now it's pretty similar to English, but we use the present for way more than English does, which actually makes it often much easier than English. When exactly you have to use the future tense, yes, there is a future tense. And when do we use the present tense for future? I have a separate video about the future tense in this channel that I will link for you in the info cards. And if you like this video and if you've learned a lot today, I hope I earned your subscription and the like for this video. This support helps me a lot. But also, if you want to support me even more, you can also buy the ebook that you've just seen in this video. There are also 9 more ebooks that I have. Most of them explanation, but also many with exercises so that you can actually practice what you've just learned. All my explanations always focus on the 95% that actually work according to the rule. That's why it's easier than most explanations that you've heard so far. My philosophy is if you get 95%, you will get the other 5% along the way. And with 95%, let's be honest, we're pretty good. We can speak everything. And very often the 5%, when the teacher and the explanation is focusing too much on perfectionism, on all the exceptions that exist, yes, but are barely in common use so that you can barely find them there. They will just be an obstacle for you to actually understand the 95%, the system. And when you know how to deal with 95% of the words, you're pretty good. The link for all my ebooks you will find in the video description below. And then I hope I will see you again in one of my other videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.